Hey everybody, Brian here for Work To Game, and in this video we're breaking down the boss weaknesses for Mega Man 11. If you haven't played this game, I highly recommend it, but if you're new to Mega Man, essentially every boss has a specific weakness to another boss. This is kind of a dynamic difficulty. You can go and attack any boss at any time in any order. However, here's my recommendations for where to get started. You can either start with Block Man or Bounce Man. Both have, I guess, a good weakness to your main weapon itself, and I had little trouble dispatching them on normal difficulty. From here, let's just talk about the weaknesses. So Block Man's weak against Blast Man's ability. Acid Man is weak to Block Man. Impact Man is weak to Acid Man. Bounce Man is weak to Impact Man. Fuse Man is weak to Bounce Man. Thunder Man is weak to Fuse Man. Torch Man is weak to Thunder Man. And then Blast Man is weak to Torch Man. So if you start with Bounce, you'll get to Blast, and then you'll go to Block. It all works out real well that way. Now, with that out of the way, if you guys got any questions about that, let me know in the comments below. But let's talk about each of the bosses individually and break down their mechanics. So with Brickman, he's very slow. You can actually do a slide under his attack. Use your speed gear if you're having trouble kind of dodging him or dodging his falling bricks. His main mechanic is when he turns into a giant brick monster. And this is where it can be kind of challenging, especially for like the first time that you're in this mode, is that there's actually an ability, there's a upgrade that Mega Man can get with the screws that you collect that increases the overall size of his Mega Buster. And the problem is that you actually have to hit that one piece in the center. So either need to calm down Rush to be able to hit him, or repeatedly just do a charge up shot. I tried doing the smaller shots, and more often than not, I'm going to miss. But that's just personally me. So if he does a punch straight forward, you can kind of dodge in there, but he's going to just keep forcing himself closer and closer, and it's a very uncomfortable amount of closeness that Brickman tries to get to you. Once you beat his main, I guess, middle ground mechanic, he has a whole new life bar for this dot. He's going to panic and just throw out tons of bricks across the screen. If you still have any speed gear left, if you have not burned your entire speed gear, this is going to be important for that phase. But pretty much with that out of the way, he's going to be defeated and you're going to collect his weapon. So with that, we want to use that weapon on Acid Man. He's weak to it, it hurts him. He has this mode where he goes Super Saiyan, super fast. Having speed gear available is going to be a nice addition because it's hard to kind of keep up with him. But whenever he kind of slows down out of this mode, you're going to be able to hit him. He's going to put up his acid shield. Bricks are going to break it out of that. He's going to become weak and tired at that moment. If you do run out of bricks at this point in time, you can always speed gear and Mega Buster him down for the last remaining bit of life. And that's pretty much Acid Man. So perhaps the hardest boss for me, or at least the one that I struggled the most with, was Impact Man. He is fast, he is furious, and he does all these various dash moves. Obviously he's weak to Acid Man, and putting up the Acid Shield helps out a lot. But when he goes to his, I guess, main giant, I'm gonna crush you mode, that's where things get a little tough. That's where things got really annoying. Having an E-Tang candy is always recommended. And then obviously you see that I burnt a lot of my acid ability and am not able then to finish it off. So I have to either have a weapon tank at this point, or I need to be able to continue to Mega Buster him down. But he is fierce, and he is fast, and he is ferocious. Using your speed gear, using your power gear can end up helping out a lot in this case. There are times where I feel like he's invulnerable, but there are also times in which that I don't know if I was necessarily hitting him in the right spot. Anyway, he is also able to take damage via Brickman's ability. All weapons work against the bosses to varying degrees, so best of luck with him. I think he's still, for my mind, like I say, the most challenging boss currently in the game. So now we come to Bounce Man. I think the difficulty of Bounce Man more lies in his stage and your patience level. But Bounce Man, for all case and purposes, using speed gear, dodging their attacks, he floats around, he does kind of this, I guess, rubber band type punch, and that's it. Like, I ended up just having a little bit of life. I ended up just kind of focusing him down with my Mega Buster. He is weak to Impact Man, so you can definitely take advantage of that. I ended up just fighting him naturally as a test. Usually I test kind of the bosses out with my Mega Buster beforehand. I found that I was actually doing so good that I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and E-Tank it up and see how he is against Impact Man. For me, Impact Man's ability was the most difficult, having not used it up until this point. But you can see it really clearly shreds him as a damage output, and that's Bounce Man. You can start here, or you can make your way here through the natural boss progression. So this brings us to Fuse Man, and he is weak against Bounce Man's ability, and honestly, Bounce Man's ability is not just whimsical, but it's a lot of fun. His ability continues to bounce these rubber balls around, and so as Fuse Man teleports around, and as he uses Speed Gear himself, I would recommend using Speed Gear so that you could avoid his massive lightning damage attacks, and keep dropping those bounce balls around the room. They're going to keep colliding with him, and he's going to get impacted. It's a really quick and easy fight, especially if you bring Bounce Man's weapon. So now we're here at Thunderman. He's ice, and he's basically an ice skater. You're going to see him continually do these spins and fly around the room. Fuse Man's weapon is really strong because it loops around the room and allows you to impact with him very often and frequently. He's going to go Super Saiyan, essentially, Speed Gear, use your Speed Gear, dodge his attacks, and continue to put out the Fuse Man weapon so that it's going to keep impacting with him. And there you go. So with Torch Man, you just need to get close to him. He's going to throw a lot of, I guess, Hadoukens or whatever. He's very, I guess, animated in that way. And so Thunderman has that emanating blizzard storm surrounding the player, so you just have to get close to him. So try to dodge as best you can, get close, and use that ability. So if you started with Brickman, you're going to find yourself finally at Blastman. I felt the stage was pretty easy, but as a boss, he's going to throw out lots of bombs, not surprisingly. Torchman's ability is what you want here. It has an overall arch to it, so you have to practice lining up that shot with him. He doesn't move around too much, but just connecting with him, it's really quite powerful. And with that, you defeated all 8 bosses. Now it's time to go face Dr. Wily. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos. Hopefully this has been a help for you. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I hope you have a fantastic time with Mega Man. Anyway, for Work To Game, my name is Brian. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great day, and take care.
Oh, excuse me. What's up, workforce? Chuck here, telling you, you should totally like, favorite, subscribe, share, dance, raise your hands in the air. I'm off camera. I'm off front. I'm new at this. Hey, listen. You, yes. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, you totally should. I recommend it. Chuck approved. Anyway, also, thanks to all the Patreons. You're in the corners. Whoa!